Hello and welcome to another video. This is Falconflower 2000 and today we're playing World of Tanks. Now, just a note, this is post-commentary. I recorded this footage without commentating so that I could focus on the game, and now I am well, post-commentating. So, oh, by the way, the quality of the video is really bad. That's somewhere around 480p. I'm not sure why. I'm gonna try and fix that. I think it's something with Fraps and World of Tanks. Not quite interacting like they should. But anyways, we're here in my Chafee, and we got in a tier 10 battle. Just my luck. I know that it's a scout and that, you know, it's fair, but it's always nice to get into a smaller battle. Excuse me. So we start out here, crashing our way through the village, because that's how we roll. And we immediately get a strange argument going on in the chat. I don't know if you can read that. But, like I said, the quality is strangely low. I'm gonna work on that. That's not actually the quality that I've been playing at. But yes, we're on airfield. We just jump right up to the top here, and we immediately see something. And we get the notification that we're spotted. That's the little, whatchamacallit? Wow, light bulb. You can tell I don't plan this. But yes, we do something critical to the T-30 before blasting away the wall for future use. As we take aim at the E-103 and realize that he's shooting at us, and instead he hits the 1375, and then we get another near miss, although I think he was targeting the 1375 from T-29, and then ricochet. Bam! We actually do damage. And now we're just backing up as I realize that I can go down this, and I'm like, hey, let's go down this. This looks fun. And I damage my track as a result, because that was a smart decision. But yes, we zoom back in on the Patton, we sort of we damage him a little bit more throughout the video. Sorry about that. And now we decide to turn around and go up the other way. We stay on this plateau area for quite a while. Excuse me, my voice is grating. And now we see the T-54-1 and realize that my gun depression is bad, despite the fact that I'm an American tank. Which is a little weird, but, you know, whatever. Then I realized the T-95 is aiming at me, and I'm like, you know, just gotta get away. And so I decided to take a shot at him, and at this point I think I take a shot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that, no, but that was from the T-71. And so, in my mind I'm thinking, really? You wanna fight me? And somebody else damaged him, but I don't care. So I just burst through the wall and shoot him as soon as I come out. And as soon as I see that he's shot, I take a shot and damage him again. And now I don't know if I notice it at this point, but there is a T-54-1 sort of crawling its way up a hill. I start to shoot high explosive shells at the T-95 in the hopes that I'll do some critical damage, and I actually do some damage. 19 damage. Out of, what, 2,000 on the T-95? And there I had the rock, because that's useful. I take one more shot, and I haven't really noticed that there's the T-54-1. I switch my ammo. Well, I switch it to armor piercing and then switch it back. So I did a critical hit to that pattern, or did I do damage? I'm not gonna back it up to see because I'm lazy. So at this point I realize there's a T-54E1 and I decide to retreat. And as I looked on my minimap, I realized that we were screwed. So I just run back, and I decide to take a turn here, hide behind that little rock. And at the minimap, at one point, I remembered there was an E-75 that got killed, but he tried to kill their arty, and he was around J7, J8, and he was moving. So I go over to a little rock structure where I can see that area if I poke my head out. And I sort of just hide back here, trying to, make sure I'm already safe for a minute. Then I decide to go and see if I can get a shot. Now at this point, I see a tank. And because the last tank I saw there was an arty, I immediately think it's an arty. And then, right after I shoot, I realize it's the T-95. And at this point, the T-95 said something in chat about, probably something like little twerp. And we're back in another battle, this time in my T-32. We're on ints in a normal battle mode. Once again, normal battle. And we decide to immediately go over to the other side of the map, across the bridge. Now, once again, just to reiterate, I don't know what's wrong with the quality, I'm gonna try and fix it. But this first video will probably be pretty low quality. In terms of the resolution, at least. Hopefully, my commentary isn't low quality. But, here we are, we start to try and push the T-28 prototype, so we'll get there faster and then we sort of stop, because we're not sure where he's going. And then we stop ourselves and we start to realize where he's going, and so we decide to go the same direction. And so once again, I get behind him and then I immediately start to push him. So we're probably going, probably about halfway between our speeds, if we're the same weight. And immediately see T-69, that's one of the quick-loaded tanks, and I decide to start firing at him, obviously. And then I get him from the side, and I immediately decide that I'm going to hide behind the prototype too. So I sneak in beside him, protected from mostly the hill from the front left, and an IS-6 comes. We hit him once. Try and hit him in the track. No shot. Don't take it. And now we wait here for a little, and then we get not the crap being nervous, but you know what I mean. We got hit, and then we realized the T-69 popped out on the other side. And just our ammo rack, of course. So I clear that, and now there's just the IS-6 behind that hill, and stuff starts to happen to the left of us. It's a KV-2. I take a shot on him too. Try and get a shot on the cupola, and surprisingly, that hit, I get it, which surprised me. That's probably the luckiest thing that's happened in quite a few matches. So I get hit again, and I decide to look for the IS-6, and I can't find him, so I just start to back. As the IS-6 on my team also decides to start backing up right around now, and the T-28 prototype does too, but he doesn't make it. As you might have guessed. Well, probably not actually. But he doesn't. And so immediately we decide to back up to the river. The IS-6 sort of backs up halfway, but I see this a little dip just below the river, and I want to get as much of my hull as possible down below that hill. So I actually end up sticking part of my tank over the river, but I don't go too far, as I know if I fall in, then I cannot get out whatsoever. And now we just sort of wait for an enemy to appear and sort of surveying the situation around us. We're not getting, and I see we're not getting flanked, and I refocus on the KB4, and then I do it again. And then I tell the IS-6 to fall back, and of course he goes forward because he's smart like that. And then the other IS-6 on the enemy team finally decides to pop his head out, and we take a shot and bounce. So I just wait for him to pop up again. He decides to aim at the our IS-6 again, and gets killed. I don't have a shot, the enemies are further back, so I decide to go up further again. And I'm a little bit worried as to where the ISU-152 is at this point, but it turns out he was on, from what I remember, it turns out he was on the other side of the hill. KB4 gets killed, KB13 is still up there. I hide behind the body, or, well, dead, well, tank shell, I guess. Well, no. I hide, let's just stay with the body. That works. I hid behind the body of the T-28 prototype. And now I've got a shot on the KB-13, take it, and immediately try and get further behind this little hill. And I jump up. Can't see him anymore, so I go forward, you know, want to get a shot on him. And then I start to back up as I realize that I was going out too far. And I wait for him to pop out, and at this point, our friendly IS-3 over there decides that he's going to climb the hill. So I decide I'm going to go with him. I sort of disregard the ISU-152 as now at this point I get too focused on the KB-13. I run up, you know, the IS-3 hits him, and I run up and I try and hit him. And I'm about to set him on fire, I'm about to get a shot, and bam! ISU-152 finishes me off. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Remember to leave a like and maybe even a favorite. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. This is FalconFlyer 2000 signing off. I'll see you next time.